So I've played Jailbreak since 2017 release day, and since then, we started out with just the Bruh car and the Tesla. And now we have all sorts of weird stuff like M12 Molten, we have Dejas, Suruses, Raptors R8s, all sorts of crazy cars in this game. So, you might be wondering, with all these cars in the game, which one are like the best? So, that is exactly why today I set out to do one thing, alright? One thing that's probably really overdue, and that is make a Jailbreak vehicle tier list, okay? So, in case you guys don't know what any of like those tier list things are, it's basically, a grid where like S, A, B, C, D, F, or something like that. I'm actually gonna reduce one of the A rows, so we just have S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, and F tier. Alright, that's 6 different tiers. I'm gonna say F is like, don't even bother buying the car. S is you should definitely buy it. And then, we got 4 levels in between, depending on like looks. We're gonna, judge the performance. We're gonna judge the spawns, all that stuff, right? Taking as many factors into consideration as possible. And you might be like, how do you get all the cars in the game? Well, one, there's a mobile garage here, okay? Where, we can like just spawn any vehicle here. But there's also something else. And that something else is, in fact, Jailbreak Wiki here. Where I'm gonna go ahead and, just look through here. We got, like, all sorts of screenshots of the vehicles. General, supercars, off-road, special, air vehicles, water vehicles. So, obviously, the first vehicle we're starting off with is our good old friend, the Jailbreak Bruh car, okay? Let me go ahead and go back here. Just gonna copy the image and drag it over here. Here is a little Bruh car, okay? So, Bruh car, it's free. It spawns everywhere. Like, we got the mini police station, we got the city police station. It spawns pretty much everywhere, but it's slow as freaking heck. So, I think I'm gonna have to put it in either B or C tier. I'm gonna say, does the sheer amount of spawn locations of the Bruh car really like outweigh its like slowness? I don't know, man, because usually a lot of those spawn locations have other vehicles. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Bruh car over here in C tier. Okay, let's go ahead and move it over here so it's like kind of neat. There is the Bruh car. So a long time ago we had a vehicle called the police Camaro, but it's no longer in the game, so I'm gonna go ahead and admit that it's basically a Camaro with a police light on it. It's pretty much the same thing. Next one, pickup truck here. Okay, we're gonna have the pickup truck, and I believe if I remember correctly, the speed of this pickup truck is the exact same as the Bruh car. So being that, in the fact that it only spawns in one location has to be lower, man. I'm gonna put the pickup truck in D tier. It's not quite F tier because it's like 9,000 cash. It's not really that much of a waste of cash. And for 9,000 cash, you're getting a vehicle in front of a SEMO store. So it's like fine. It's not like you should avoid it at all costs, but like, I'm not recommending you buy it. Next one, Deja Vu. Alright, let's go ahead and, just grab the picture of the Deja Vu here. So Deja Vu, I did the speed test a month ago or something. It was actually slower than the default Bruh car. So if it's slower than the default Bruh car, it automatically goes do not buy. Why buy something that's literally slower than the free car? Don't get it. Alright, I know you like maybe drift with it, but like, Jailbreak's not really a car game. Like, no one goes into Jailbreak because they want to drift. Alright, next one. Tesla Model 3. Alright, this is, it's like MK2 or whatever you can say it because it's no longer, the old one, the red Tesla that everyone talks about. Man, this one, it is 16K cash. For 16K cash, it beats a whole bunch of other cars. It's just slightly slower than the Lamborghini. And for that, I'm gonna go ahead and make it A tier. Okay, this thing is pretty like cost effective, alright? But I wouldn't obviously recommend it for, super high-end expensive vehicle that's like super good at everything. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Oh man, the good old Mini Cooper here. Good old little Mini Cooper boy. I think this one was like slightly faster than Tesla or like about the same speed. Do I put it in the B tier? I think I have to put this thing in the B tier because it was like 25K, same price as the motorcycle, maybe a little bit less. And it was actually a decent car too, but like the Tesla just has more value, but it's not, a Bruh car. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the B. Alright, next one, Ray. Man, I don't know. I haven't used any of the new September cars. Like, they're just like all the lower end cars. I'm gonna go ahead and say this thing is on par with the pickup truck. I mean, it may be a little bit faster than the Bruh car, but it's not enough to, justify the price. It's 25K, it's more than the Tesla. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, now you shouldn't really buy that thing. Oh, the Soccer Mom Karen SUV. We love the Karen car, man. Karen car. 1, it's not obtainable. 2, it's the same speed as the Brawl car. 3, it's like 40,000 cash. Yeah, I'm gonna say avoid it. It was not like you even get it anymore, so you might as well just not even bother. Because this car, yeah, it's really clunky and it flips and yeah, just not really a great handler as well. Patrol bike, man. Its speed is decent, its price is really affordable, but it ragdolls you. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to say this is like the same tier as a Brawl car. It's like a good like at everything, but like one thing is really, really poor about it. So, I'm gonna say C tier for the patrol bike, and the fact that mostly, you know, when I use it, I always ragdoll. So the Mustang used to be found at the gun station, I believe in the mini town. It wasn't necessarily that fast. I'm gonna have to like put it of D tier, just because, you know, it's not necessarily a ripoff, but I just don't find myself using it much in late game. And not even an early game either. Like, I would just buy a Tesla and use that for a long time. And then go to, like, Lamborghini or something. But yeah, okay, we got, oh, the moon buggy. Oh, man, that museum moon buggy. It sure is, you know, great for escaping museum. And that's about the only thing it's really good for. So, you know, it's only good for one thing. I'm probably going to put it C tier. It's not really like the worst car, just because, you know, if you don't have any game passes, you should have it, and so you can escape from the museum. So up next is the Dodge Challenger, aka Brawl Car 2.0, because it's the rival to the Camaro. So it's slightly faster than the default one, but it costs a decent amount more. Probably going to put it in D tier. I mean, it does look good, but like, do looks really matter when the performance is kind of crap? I take a good performing car over a good looking car, you know what I mean? And finally, we have the other car at the museum, the Porsche. Okay, so this Porsche, it is, you know, more expensive than this, but it's also much faster. I think I'm gonna have to give Porsche the B tier, just because it's actually more, you know, it's been around longer, and it's faster and more usable than the Moon Buggy. The Moon Buggy is like the slowest car in reverse, maybe comparable to a Roadster. Yeah, Roadster, I don't know why it's so slow, but yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to supercars. Oh yeah, everybody's favorite vehicles. I'm gonna have to move a little bit faster here, because otherwise we're gonna like be a 30-minute video here. Lamborghini, probably A tier. It's really affordable, really fast for the price, spawns in several locations, and you know, it's basically the Model 3 of, you know, 100k to 200k cash cars. Ferrari, a little tiny bit faster than the Lamborghini, not that justifiable, probably B tier. Now R8, oh man, this thing is actually pretty decently fast, but it's not attainable anymore, and you know, it looks decently well. I don't really like think it's the same tier as the Brawl car. I'm gonna have to put it B tier. McLaren, this car, Sivo jokingly, I don't even know if he jokingly or seriously said it was his favorite, but it wasn't that fast. I'm probably going to put this thing in the line with the Brawl car, you know, just because speed wasn't that great, spawn location was kind of sucky, and yeah, it just wasn't necessarily the best value vehicle. Oh, the OG Bugatti, man, OG Bugatti definitely is an A tier. You guys don't know how good of a car this OG Bugatti was, alright? And it still actually is really good. I don't see that many people using it much, mainly because, you know, they can't afford it. They have the new Chiron or, you know, a Roadster. But old Bugatti was definitely worth 500k. Definitely, 100%. M12 Molten. M12 Molten is at the very start of the spawn list. It has a decent speed. It's slightly slower than the Bugattis. I have to give it the A tier though. You know what? I changed my mind on the Bugatti, S tier. Or actually, no, I'm going to leave that one for the Roadster, because Roadster is basically the new Bugatti. Okay, yeah, next car is the Roadster. You know, I love using the Roadster. Minus the thing that are UFOs, but, you know, all the top cars UFO. No. Thank you, Asimo, for making everything UFO. So yeah, there's the S tier Roadster. So you know what's also S tier? Bacon Air plushie. Get one link in the description down below, alright? You know, he's cute and he smiles and, you know, he's not greasy. So yeah, it's a very nice purchase. So also coming soon in about a week, we got a Salad Girl, okay? Salad Girl plushie. You know, they are best buddies. Our bacon plus salad equals life, right? You know, you gotta have them too. So yeah, check them out, link in the description down below. Alright, let's move on here. Torpedo. Oh yeah. Torpedo. Torpedo. You cannot go wrong with the Torpedo. It is definitely an S tier. It's probably the fastest vehicle in the game right now. Maybe minus Volt Bike. You know, because Volt Bike can jump over stuff. But it is sure fast. And it's definitely pretty up there. Wait, I think I missed the Chiron here. Poor Chiron, man. Chiron, I'm gonna have to say, is equivalent with the old Bugatti, alright? It's basically the replacement of it, so it's pretty much the same tier. Nothing really much else to say about that, alright? It's basically same tier as the Chiron. I mean, this is literally just a direct replacement. Okay, now we're going to off-road cars. Jeep. Jeep is probably a tier higher than the Bra car, because it's also free and it's like slightly faster. So I'm gonna go and put Jeep over here. Dirt bike, 35k cash. It's kind of slow. I mean, it's slower than a Bra car, and it's 2 wheels. It can't even rocket fuel. I'm gonna say it's a D tier. Dune buggy, uncontrollable piece of junk. Do not buy it. That's all I have to say. It literally spins out way too much. Don't bother. ATV, 50k cash. Probably the C tier. Because I don't see that many people using it. It's like, you know, decently fast for its price, but it's just like at the train station and the spawn's just not that great. Cybertruck. Oh, the meme truck. You know, Cybertruck is 75k. It's just so slightly faster than the default Tesla here. And, you know, I have to put this at either A. I can't put it A tier because that's where the regular Tesla is. It's not quite as valuable as that. I'm going to say B tier for the Cybertruck. Cirrus. The Cirrus is basically in a Lamborghini that costs 10k more. And for that, I'm going to have to say, you know, we're going to have to put it over this way. Okay, we have to, you know, put it, you know, 1 tier lower than the Lambo. Other than that, it's a pretty good car, but it's just like slightly less value. Ford Raptor for 150k. I don't see, like, quite frankly, anyone doing this. And it's also unobtainable, but it was a decent car. You know, I'm gonna have to say C tier. It's not as, like, you know, useless as these cars. It's, like, decently priced for its speed. Nowhere near Lamborghini speed, though. But, yeah, that's why it's the kind of low tier. Monster truck, 1 million cash for a slowpoke. I wouldn't even bother. I would not bother with the monster truck if I were you, man. It's a waste of money. Huge one. Okay, moving on to special. Ambulance. Literally the ability to heal. This thing is A tier. Or you can just jump in there and heal up in battle. So you can just spawn one, and assuming no cops are nearby, you can just walk far away or something. Fire truck. Man, this thing annoys me so much. I'm gonna go ahead and put it low. Don't buy it, please. It's slow, it's clunky, and if you use it, you're literally a troll. The Arachnid. It costs the same amount of money as the Torpedo. It's nowhere near as fast as the Torpedo. Okay, that's the Torpedo over there. I'm gonna have to say, Arachnid, you're gonna go in C tier, alright? Because you're, like, ridiculously overpriced for the speed. And only, like, the only good thing about it is the looks. And that's not enough to, you know, bump it higher than really C tier. Volt bike. You know, it has a special place in my heart. It's glitchy and stuff, but, like, you use the glitch to do it. And it's pretty decent, so yeah, we're gonna have to put it in S tier. SWAT van. This thing I don't really see many people using, plus it's like a Game Pass car, so it's also pretty slow. Bra car tier. I'm gonna have to put this in D, alright? And also the minigun's not even that useful. I don't see anyone using the miniguns nowadays. Alright, next car, the Rolls Royce, or as Creek calls it, the Roll to Rice. This thing is basically as useful as the SWAT. Well, it's slightly faster, so I guess for that, I'm gonna increase its tier by 1. Alright, it's gonna go, you know, right above the SWAT car. Okay, the SWAT car is kind of slow. Wraith is very slightly faster, and yeah, I still don't really see much people using it. It basically matches the Camaro. It's kind of convenient at the old criminal base there, so yeah. Okay, moving on to air vehicles. Oh boy, oh boy. Bracopter. It's not the fastest vehicle, but it sure is very convenient. For that, I'm gonna give it A tier. Nothing much else to say. It's free and, you know, it gets the job done. Little Bird, or known as the Buzzard. Buzzard, you get S tier. I just love buzzards, man. They're really convenient on top of the bank. You can just fly around and go to a whole bunch of robberies. This plane over here. Don't even bother. It's the slowest vehicle in the game. Slower than the fire truck and the monster truck. So, just don't buy it. UFO. It is moderately faster than, you know, the Buzzard. But it's super duper hard to get to. You need a key card for it. It's in the Area 51. It's probably a B tier. It's just so inaccessible, man. It's really hard to use. Jet is probably like an A tier. I mean, it is a 1 million car, but it does have the missiles. You can missile bomb and, like, fly around. But I don't really see that many people using it. I'm gonna have to lower it to B tier for that. It's just, like, not really used that much. And I feel like it's just not as controllable as helicopters. Like, you can't just, you know, cut the engine, it'll land. The next one is the Army helicopter, okay? Army helicopter, do I really even need to explain it? Number 1. Army helicopter by far is S tier. Nothing against it. It is 100% S tier. If you're gonna compete against that, I don't know what you're thinking. It's literally the best vehicle in the game right now. Okay, I missed this vehicle. It's the Blade. Blade, also S tier. Literally gives you 6,000 cash on the power plant every time. Why not buy it? Like, it just free 6,000 cash. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip the Blade replacement just because we don't know exactly how it performs. But we can move on to the Leah. Leah spaceship, man. It's basically a slightly faster Blade. So, because no one else can get it, I have to put it A tier. And finally, we go on to the boats. Jet ski. Man, jet ski had like a crazy glitch. But, you know, let's be honest here. I wouldn't give any boat higher than C tier. You know how many people use boats in Jailbreak? Literally nobody, okay? So, cruiser. I've never used this cruiser. I don't know how it performs. It's cost more than that. I don't think it's as glitchy as the jet ski either. So I'm gonna have to put it in D tier. And the sloop, well, you know what the sloop is. It's a giant waste of money. It goes way down here. That is it. My Jailbreak vehicle tier list. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Do you guys agree with my picks or do you guys disagree? Okay, because I'd say this is fairly reasonable. I played the game enough. I've used most of the cars on a regular basis. Well, at least, you know, the week or two following each update where they were added in. So naturally, this is a tier list. It's gonna have bias. This is not an objective measure by any means, although I try to be somewhat objective, but it's really hard to, you know, make vehicles into like only speed or only, you know, that, because, you know, this is a tier list. It's like overall, and you have to like have a whole bunch of variables, including subjective ones, right? So take this with a grain of salt. Don't get too upset over it if like your favorite vehicle is at the bottom of the tier list. I don't know what else to say besides this is my opinion and it's not a fact. Please don't treat it as a fact, all right? So yeah, I guess if you guys enjoyed this, be sure to press like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Do you guys agree or disagree with my list? Check out my merch link in the description down below. Use star code BACON. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.